The Michelangelo Signorelli Show, rescuing people from the dark side, one show at a time. And now, Michelangelo Signorelli.
Welcome back. It's the fourth hour of our show. Wow, 4 hours of 4 hours of conversion therapy, converting people from that nasty, ugly, demented, evil, sick, twisted, perverted, scary, frightening, ludicrous, vicious, insane, right-wing agenda to our more fun, fabulous, and enlightened one. If you're a convert, a would-be convert, somebody who thinks they'll never be converted at all, somebody who just wants to give you a little bit of hell, or a lot of hell, 866-305-6887. It is toll-free across North America. You know, last hour of the show, I spoke with Helena Stone, 70-year-old woman, transgendered woman, who was arrested for going to the bathroom, the ladies' room, in Grand Central Station. She was a Verizon telephone repair person. She needed to go to the bathroom. And she is a woman. She is a male-to-female transsexual. She was here in this studio, and she is dressed, looks like a woman. That is who she is. And she was forced to pee in a cup, alleviate herself in a cup, right? Police arresting her, this and that. Now, last hour of the show, when I interviewed her, a man called, and I'm curious, and I want to talk about this, and I hope some of you will jump into the discussion. He called, and he was being very honest. And one thing about this show that I certainly want is for people to be honest about how they feel. And he said, I love the show. I love it. You know, so he's obviously probably 90% there on a lot of the stuff we talk about. Maybe not. Maybe he just likes the show and he disagrees with me on everything. But maybe it is true that he supports most things, but he couldn't go there on this issue of transgendered people. He couldn't go there on this issue of a transgendered woman going to the bathroom in the women's room. It said, if my daughter and my wife are in that bathroom, I don't want anybody going in there with a penis. Now, I think a lot of times he may not even realize who's going to go in there with a penis, because if you see some trannies, you're not going to know, right? So he would never know. Number two, he may run in there after some dyke lesbian, butch lesbian dyke who's just very masculine, right? Where do you draw the line? And why this paternalistic thing from some men about their wives and daughters? Let them live their own lives. And I'm curious what you think of this, because is it really something that a lot of people just can't go there? I want you to be honest, too. Whether you're a man, would it freak you out for your wife or daughter? Whether you're a woman, I want to hear from women. Does it really bother you? Do you realize the discrimination and hatred that someone like Helena Stone endures? But then you're afraid for your wife? She's not interested in your wife. And even if she was, come on. Gay men go in the bathroom, and there's men in the bathroom, and guess what? We take a piss. Not interested in your penis in the bathroom. I got places I could do that. You know? And in fact, if you let people live openly and be who they are, that's where they're going to go. They're going to go to their own places and do stuff. So it really bugs me. I'd love to hear what you think. And I know that this is something that some people may just say, I can't go. He said, I can't go with you on this one. What do you think? 866-305-6887, toll free across America. Let's say hi to Bruce in Tennessee. You're on the Michelangelo Signorelli Show.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to weigh in and just say I don't agree with the discrimination. I kind of agree with the first caller that if Helena is biologically male and there's a law that states that you should use the bathroom of your gender, I think a lawsuit is kind of baseless because there is a bathroom that's provided for him, and I am a gay male, and I also believe they shouldn't.
Well, here's a couple of things, Bruce. Number one, it's very unclear what makes you biologically male or female. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, come on. In the law, it's very unclear, particularly in this day when people are transitioning, number one. Number two, there are people who are hermaphrodites. Okay, there are many people who are hermaphrodites. They have both sexual organs. Okay, what are they, and where do they go to the bathroom? I think you have to let people decide their gender, define their gender. And maybe the whole idea of having men's and women's bathrooms is a stupid idea. If we have to protect women by keeping men out of the bathroom with them, if that's the way, then we're not doing a good job. Then we're allowing men and understanding that men get out of control and just saying we need to keep them separate. That to me isn't a good thing. Men should have to control themselves, period.
Well, I tend to agree with that. I do think it's great that she's filed the lawsuit because it brings about a conversation and hopefully enlightenment. I think one other piece to the puzzle that might be kind of throwing this off a little bit, and it wasn't really discussed, was that this is all happening in Grand Central, which is one of the busiest, commuter stations in New York. And that being the case, I'm sure there's additional scrutiny and anybody that looks a little different.
This was clearly, in this case, a case of the police hating her because she's trans. They didn't care about women and women in the bathroom. They wanted to torment this person. She was arrested a couple times, not even in the bathroom. But that said, in this case, even this larger issue of what bathroom people use, I just don't understand what people are afraid of. What is it people are really afraid of? That a man who's a heterosexual man would dress as a woman to go and look at women in the bathroom? Well, they could do that as it is. I mean, it's to me, and that if you are going to go and spy on people in the bathroom, that's a problem, right? But we have to let people define who they are, and we have to instill in people the idea that we all have to control our sexual urges. It shouldn't be that we control them by keeping the genders separate in bathrooms. How far has society come? Listen, I thank you for your call, Bruce. Other people wanted to jump in as well. 866-305-6887, toll free across America. It really raises a lot of issues beyond transgendered people. It's about sexuality. It's about sexual orientation. It's about men and women. How far have we come? Let's say hi to Terry in Queens. You're on the Michelangelo Signorelli Show.
Hi. I don't understand that caller's confusion. The one who said that he wouldn't want his wife and daughter in the same restroom as a transsexual or a transvestite or whatever. I've seen women who were obviously, manly in the men's room, and I never witnessed anybody freaking out over it.
Because those women are putting themselves in danger by doing that, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it's not the men who are. And listen, gay men are. I think gay men. Every gay man listening has to feel a sense of fear of some sort going into a public restroom, in some places more than others, like at the Super Bowl or something like that. If somebody figures out you're gay, you're going to be bashed. So the idea, I can't understand what they're afraid of, because to me it's the transgender person who's the one who has something to fear.
Right, because, if this person went into the ladies' room, this person that was arrested went into the ladies' room, and they're not, they look like a woman, and it's obvious that they're, no one's going to know that it's a woman unless he does something, that reveals otherwise.
Well, and if he goes in there, right, if she goes in there, right, and she goes into the stall and takes her pants down and sits down and takes a shit, or takes a piss and then gets up, washes their hands, and leave, then I think it's a transgendered person. If they go in there dressed as a woman and they're peeking between the stalls and they're trying to watch people do stuff, then I think it's probably a man dressed as a woman and you should arrest that person. But I think it's very clear that, I mean, come on. It's not brain surgery here. Listen, thanks for your call, Terry. Good to hear from you.